Okay, so I'm going to try to video and do some notes for you at the same time. I obviously don't have my document camera or my whiteboard with me at home, so we're going to try to make this work. So what I wanted to say first was you were doing an awesome job, like perfect. There was just one little mistake that I wanted to go over with you. But what I've done here is I've written out some 5 steps that will help you be successful when you're finding a missing side. So first step, draw an arrow from the shape that has all of its sides to the shape that is missing one. And so what you do there is you're drawing an arrow from the shape that has all of its sides to the shape that's missing one. So I'm going to draw an arrow here. Okay, so I've drawn my arrow, and I am going to say this is my first shape because it has all of my sides, and this is shape number 2. So I'm going to label them just like you did. Now, the reason I draw an arrow, it just helps me visually, and I suggest that you draw an arrow just like I did. So I'm going to repeat this step because this is a step that I've seen that you messed up on just a tad. You're drawing an arrow from the shape that has all the sides to the shape that is missing one. First thing you're going to do is you're going to find scale factor. You've done a beautiful job finding scale factor. All you do is you put the second shape on top and the original on the bottom, simplify, and that gives you the scale factor. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the scale factor, and instead of writing scale factor each time, I'm just going to put SF for scale factor. And I'm going to choose the same sides just like you did. I'm going to do 27 over 18. And when I do 27 over 18, I simplify, and, oops, I'm having some issues here. I'm going to get 1.5. So, you found the scale factor correctly. But now what we have to do is we have to use that scale factor to be able to find that missing side. Now, this is the step that you were struggling with just a little, and it's just a simple fix. So what we have to do now is we have to identify the corresponding side of the missing side. So this is my missing side. 14 is in the same spot as my missing side. So they kind of like are in the same general area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply that corresponding side. So I'm going to take 14 and I'm going to multiply it by the scale factor. So I'm going to take 14 and I'm going to multiply it by 1.5 since 1.5 is my scale factor. So 14 is my missing side. 1.5 is my scale factor. And when I multiply 14 times 1.5, I get 21. My missing side is 21 feet. So, it's really easy. The only step that you had this step perfectly. This step was just a little bit, we had a little bit of an error there. Nothing too big. So what I'm going to do is this is number 1 on your packet. I'm going to do number 2 on your packet as well, just to kind of help you out a little bit. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to do another example with you, just same steps, same everything, to kind of help you out and give you another starting point. So with this one, this is number 2. And like I said in the first example, you're going to draw an arrow from the shape that has all of its sides to the shape that is missing one. So I'm going to take and I'm going to draw an arrow. Oops. You know how great my drawing skills are. So I'm going to draw an arrow from this shape to this shape. This shape has all its sides. This one's missing one. And so what that means is this is shape 1 and this is shape 2. Whatever shape your arrow is pointing to, that's always going to be shape 2. So the first thing I got to do is I have to find the scale factor. So to find scale factor, I put the second shape, and I was looking at your work again, and you chose to do, now here's where you messed up. In number 2, you said this was the second shape and this was the first shape. And they're actually different. That's why I'm telling you to draw this arrow. So erase your work on that one and start fresh. I would start fresh, making sure that you've chosen all of the shapes correctly as the first and second. That's why I suggest drawing this arrow. So this is the first shape. This is the second shape. So what I'm going to do is, remember, scale factor is the second shape over the original. I'm going to choose to do 21 over 28. And when I simplify 21 divided by 28, I get 0.75. Decimals are okay to get, completely fine. So I found my scale factor. Now what I do is I find that corresponding side. So here's my missing side. And then I have to find the shape, or the side that's in the same area. So if this is my missing side, this is the side that's in that same kind of general area. They're in the same position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 32. 32 is that missing side length that I'm trying to find over here. And every single time I multiply by my decimal, by my scale factor. So missing side times my scale factor. And when I multiply 32 times 0.75, I get 24. My missing side length is 24 meters. Okay, so I've done a couple examples with you. I'm also going to be sending you a video of some notes. Please let me know if this did not help, or if you need some more clarification. I'll do whatever I can to help you.